Hey guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader. And I wanted to surprise you guys with a mini course based off of what's going on in the economy. I thought, hey, let's deviate just for the week. We'll do this mini course on stress. And I'm going to give you guys some resources. So make sure you stay to the end and let's jump into it. Welcome everyone to our Stress and Mood Reset mini course. This is your 20-minute permission slip to breathe, reset, and refill your cup. Today we'll explore the quick science behind stress and uncover 3 practical resets you can start using today, even on your most busiest days. Now, this mini course was designed for women over 40, busy professionals, and moms who do it all. Now, this session is your space to pause and realign. Now, if you feel at the end of this mini course you need additional support to help you feel calmer, clearer, and more in control, you'll have the option to book a stress reset consultation. So, with that, let's jump right into it. Why this talk matters now? Because we have too much uncertainty. We've got our sensory overloads, reference to government shutdowns, to non-government jobs being affected, some people not being able to have full-time hours, so that's affecting how they're taking care of their family. You've got stress that you can see, some that you can't, but you're dealing with it daily. So at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to provide you guys with fast, easy, effective tools that you can implement into your everyday life that will allow you to relieve the stress quickly, easily, and effectively so you can think clearer and feel better instantly. So just a quick science in the background to help you understand what goes on when you're dealing with high levels of stress. You're not sleeping well, you're not focusing well, your blood sugar level is all wonky, you have unnecessary cravings, which causes weight gain, you have unnecessary fatigue, so you're not functioning at the level that you're used to, and then brain fog just makes all of that 20 times worse. Because now you're not remembering what in the world is going on, what you did from one moment to the next. And then the stress just keeps your body in a defense mode, a flight or fight mode. And then just nothing functions well. And your internal organs kind of shut down. And it's just what you need right now. What do we need right now to get out of here? And if you learn to implement these techniques that we're going to be sharing later on in this mini course, you will be able to keep your body calm. You'll be able to teach your body that it can feel safe again so that everything functions like a well-oiled machine. So how stress steals your mood? Well, there's a couple ways. But first, you need to identify and validate the emotion. That gives you a starting point. Stress affects your neurotransmitters, your hormones, and if you're not aware of what can cause these misfires, then you're kind of going to stay in the dark. But if you've been following me for any amount of time, I've always explained to you all, if you start cutting out the sugars, the cookies, cakes, the pies, and if you're doing it excessively, it should be cut out, and you should only be doing it on special occasions or every once in a while. I know the holidays are coming up. That's no excuse, because you got to think about your health. Because when you're having challenges of constant irritability, anxiety, and low motivation, that's your neurochemical shifts. So how much longer do you want to keep going through this? A lot of times it's not what's going on outside of your control. It's actually what's going on that's in your control. So the more you can take care of your body with things that you can control, the less opportunities you will experience having irritability, anxiety, and low motivation. When your hormones change, that's a drop in your estrogen and your progesterone levels, and they fluctuate, and that can start as early as 30. So that's when you can start experiencing these things that I've already mentioned: irritability, mood swings, anxiety, low motivation, night sweat, hot flashes. So we need to do what we need to do, and that is making sure that we're eating better. So here's a challenge. Some of y'all are going to be like, ew, but for 21 days, just eat vegetables. That's an easy reset for your body. Now, the other ones are going to be some of the techniques that I'll show later on in this 20-minute mini reset. But right now, for 21 days, if you just eat vegetables, I'm telling you, you will feel a difference immediately on how you respond to things that are stressing you out. You can focus much better, and you can approach it with a more clearer, focused mind, and you'll have a plan of action a lot easier, because those neurotransmitters won't be misfiring in the way that they were when you weren't treating your body well. So if we can treat our body well, that will be step number one. And then you add in the additional support that I'll again share with you all later on in this mini course. Man, you will see an immediate 180-degree improvement. So I do want to go through the stress cycle, so that if you ever find yourself going through any of these steps, you know what it's called, you know how to get yourself out of it, and you can identify the stage that you're in, so you're not freaking out and you're not allowing this process to go longer than it needs to. So the stress cycle basically goes, there's a trigger, and then you react to that trigger, and now you're exhausted from being triggered in the reaction that you gave to it. And now you have to recover from that, and a lot of people skip that. And all the recovery is a mini reset to get your body in a calm, focused state. So you could do something so easy as breath work, and that's the 4 count. You breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4, and then you breathe out slowly at a 6 count pace, and then you repeat that just for 2 minutes. And then another one is the micro movement. That's like you standing up, you're stretching your arms, you're rolling them forward, backwards, and then you can do the shoulder rolls. You just want to get up, you want to move, you want to breathe, and something so simple as smiling resets your body immediately. Because how many of you all want to smile after somebody has done something stupid and you're stressed out? And maybe someone didn't do anything, it was just a situation in itself. If you just smile, 2 minutes smiling. You don't have to do it where you looking creepy like the movie Smile. You could go in the bathroom and just breathe slowly and just smile to yourself and tell yourself, it's okay, we got this. You will be surprised at how easy you'll be able to recover. Now, just keep in mind that you're okay. It's just what's going on right now has kind of got you all flustered, but you got this. You're not broken. You're just having a sensory overload. So if you just do those mini resets after a slight challenge that you may be dealing with, and the challenge could be long, short, I'm not minimizing it, I'm just saying this is what you can do to stop having your joy taken, and you can have it on a consistent basis even when things are going chaotic. So you all know I can't see you, but when I ask you these questions, do a tick, raise your hand, tick on the paper, check a box, whatever you want to do. but just make sure you're being honest with yourself. There are signs that you need to be paying attention to that's letting you know, I'm running on empty. You're giving yourself enough sleep, or so you think, 7 to 8 hours, but you're still waking up tired. I know sometimes things happen where your schedule isn't the way you need to, but I'm going to suggest 2 to 3 hours prior to you laying down, don't eat, just fast. Just drink some water, do maybe a meal replacement shake. Don't put any food in your stomach. It causes your body not to be able to repair itself, and your body repairs itself at night. So in the morning time, you need to be eating, and then as the day goes on, you need to be eating less and less. You don't want to have a lot of food on your stomach when your body is supposed to be repairing itself and not trying to process something that you just put in your stomach. That's no different than you complaining about the potholes being in the road, and then the repair crew, they normally come out at night. I know most of y'all see them. They come out at night because most of you all should be asleep. That's the same thing with your body. While you're asleep, I'll do the repairs. I will clean up the potholes. But if you want me to clean up potholes while you got a whole bunch of stuff going on, that's going to be a little challenging. Now everybody's going to be bumping and running into each other. That's no different than your body. You see the people, and I'm using this analogy because I know a lot of y'all seen the maintenance crew out on the roads trying to fix potholes or redo the roads because they're wonky. Your body is the same way. When you're supposed to be asleep, now I can get in there and do what I need to do really quick, but while you're up and moving, now I have multiple functions to keep your body moving while I'm trying to help your body to digest the food that you just gave to me, while I'm trying to repair whatever is damaged. But if you do this in phases, you'll see a huge improvement. Don't start your morning off with sugar, because that's not what your brain needs. Your brain does not need sugar, and what you end up doing when you start your morning off with sugar is that you are putting your immune system in handcuffs. So now it can't protect your body from free radicals because you just gave it sugar, which your body does not need. Sugar it's like putting diesel fuel in your automobile when it needs octane. So you don't want to give your body the wrong fuel. And then the coffee, it has its place, but not first thing in the morning. Maybe in the middle of the day, and between 10 and no later than 1 p.m. That's when you can probably consume your coffee and have your carbs. There's a place and time for everything, but you have to do it in the right phase and in the right amount so your body can take full advantage of it. And then you know that you're running on empty. We've already talked about all of this earlier in the mini course. You're just short, you're nasty, you're just like irritable, you're anxious about everything, and sometimes it happens to the best of us, and we do it to the people that we love. So what we're going to do now is jump into the different things that you can do, that you can implement to have a quick recovery, so you are not short fused and you're not affecting the people that you love. Okay, so this is our reset number 1 for gentle movement that you guys can start implementing to ensure that you have a full recovery, so you're operating with a clear, calm, stress-free manner. And this only takes, depending on the day, if you're at work, you're doing a bunch of meetings, go in the bathroom and do the smile technique. That's a couple seconds. But if you're at home or you're on your lunch hour and you can go outside, definitely get some sunlight. That helps out as well with the reset. Take a 10 minute walk. You want to stretch and just make everything light and gentle. Now, If you want to stand up and try some of these, I can walk you through it right now. So you could do and I mentioned those earlier, you can do the shoulder rolls. You can do like 3 sets of 8. You can roll your shoulders forward for 8 count, 3 sets, and then you can roll it backwards, 8 counts, 3 sets. These chemical changes happen fast, and the gentle recovery, they're easy, and they don't have to be strenuous, because when you're in a stressful state and you're doing something strenuous, it doesn't help. It's going to be counterintuitive. So you need to do gentle movements, and they just need to be light, and they need to be quick, not long. If you're walking 5-10 minutes, that helps you to relax. That also helps with your digestion. And if you're outside, it's just like a 1-2 recovery punch, because that sun helps you with your relaxation. It gives you the vitamin D that you need. You don't have to be out in the sun long. You don't have to be stretching for long periods of times, and you don't need to walk for long periods of times. And you will be able to see how quick your body recovers and how much it enjoys the light movement that you give. You can walk up the stairs and you can take your time. You don't have to rush. Everything is just like sloth movement, and it helps to reduce your cortisol, and it helps when everything is rhythmic. When you have those rhythmic movements, it boosts your serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone. And then I told you, if you want to get all of this that I just said in like 2 to 3 minutes, just smile. Literally, if you go outside in the sun, like if you're in a crappy mood, stop this video right now, go outside if it's daytime, and just smile. Just look up in the sky and smile. You can raise your arms up to the sky. You can do the arm circles, just breathe in. You can take a lot of these reset movements and do them all at one time, with the breathing, with the sun, with the slow walking, with the stretches, all of that. If you do it outside, you get the breeze. It's just so relaxing. And a lot of times, that's all you need, like 2 minutes. Okay, so this is reset number 2. And it's all about smart nutrition. And I've provided more on nutrition for you guys a little later on in the mini training. But in a nutshell, you want to have anchor meals. And those anchor meals need to have your protein, your fat, your fiber, and the fat has to be healthy. And the fiber can be food or supplement. So like if I miss the fiber on my plate, then I have the fiber travel, the little mini travel fiber packs that I can take. Fiber is going to help you with keeping your blood sugar regulated. It's going to keep those cravings away, and it's definitely have a perk, which is why I like it. It will help you to either maintain or release the unnecessary weight that you might be carrying. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. Hydration is it can mimic being hungry. So if you feel like you're hungry, try to drink some water first and then wait about 5 minutes. Usually if you fast or you eat in the manner in which I'm suggesting, you will know what your stomach feels like when it's truly hungry. It makes that gurgling type sound, and you can feel your stomach not necessarily rolling, but it's just that weird feeling that it gets. But if you're constantly eating, you don't give your body a chance to process the foods before you dump more food on it. So before you eat anything, make sure you hydrate and then wait at least 5 minutes. And if you need some electrolytes, And then you could take some sea salt and put it in your water. It's not a lot, just literally like a pinch. And then you just want to keep everything simple. A simple meal can be some eggs, some greens, avocado, salmon with some quinoa and some vegetables, and then a snack, apple, because guess what? It's packed with fiber, and then 5 almonds. You will be amazed at how, if you take that simple meal, the snack will be the apple and the almonds. And preferably, if you're going to do that, make sure it's the Granny Smith. Most people don't like it because they figure this is what I am going to be cooking with. But a Granny Smith apple and 5 almonds, that's an awesome snack. And then maybe 16 ounces of water, you're going to stay full. And then the veggies, the quinoa, and the salmon, that could be your lunch or your breakfast. Yes, you can eat like that in the morning. And then if you decide, nope, I'll leave the salmon and quinoa for lunch and or possibly dinner. As breakfast, you can do 2 eggs, green, like a green smoothie, or like I seriously enjoy spinach. Just find the one that works for you. And then the avocado. You can make an avocado toast and then stick like a high fiber toast, stick the eggs on top and along with the spinach, or put the spinach in the smoothie. Either way, it works. Just keep it simple. Make sure your nutrients are the nutrients that will fuel your body. And you know the foods that make you feel sluggish and sucky, you need to keep a note of that and stop eating them. All right, let's move on. So as a bonus for pillar number 3, I'm going to walk you guys through the breath work exercise, which is going to quickly allow you to reduce your overwhelmed feeling so you're in a calmer, clearer state. And all you're going to do is inhale a really good deep breath. You're going to hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to blow out some of the air on a 4 count. 4, 3, 2. Last one, you want to hold the breath that's left for 4, 3, 2, 1. And the breath that's left, you're going to expel it on a count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. So on a scale from 1 to 10, you want to rate yourself. Where did you start before you did the breath work? Where did you end after the first round? Now you may need to do 2 or 3 rounds, but this is how you gauge how quickly you can recover. And you want to repeat this on a daily basis if you're having the overwhelmed feeling more than you would like. So we have just a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap up this 20-minute mini course. Now your last bonus reset, if you want, I would suggest that you practice this as well. If you don't have the opportunity to do the breath work, then you can do this mini reset, and it takes about 2 minutes as well. You want to sit tall, you want to put your shoulders back, and you want to drop the shoulders. And if you're tense or stressed, you're going to feel it. And you want to make sure that you unclench your jaw. You want to inhale through your nose, and then you want to slowly expel the air through your mouth. And while you're doing this, visualize the stress melting down and out through your feet. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds. Just try this process. Sit tall, drop your shoulders back, unclench your jaw, inhale through your nose, slowly expel the air through your mouth. And while you're doing that, visualize the stress melting down and out through your feet. There you go. You guys did a good job. And all you have to do is take this technique and utilize it on a daily basis. Thank you guys. I have had an incredible time with you all in the Stress and Mood Reset mini course. There are several tips that we provided to you guys on how you can take 2 minutes to reset yourself when you're going through something that is a little stressful. Take one of the reset exercises to reset your mind, your body, and your spirit so that you're able to protect your peace on a daily basis. Now, if you feel you need additional support, please reach out to us at simplyfitwithsandy@gmail.com while it's still fresh in your mind, and in the subject area, place stress reset. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the mini course on stress, and check out some of the resources that I'm going to provide to you guys if you live in the state of Maryland. If you don't, the other resource that I have that was provided to me was the information on being a medical courier. You can just go online and pretty much just, I wouldn't necessarily say Google it, but maybe go to YouTube. I'll give you guys what I have. It's not going to be everything, but you can get what you need to get started. It is a lucrative field. It is similar to Uber Eats, but it pays more and it saves lives. So you'll have a sense of purpose when you do the medical courier jobs, and it's more flexible and it'll keep you from stressing out. Now, I know some of you all are trying to pivot from where you are, and then some of you all are, you haven't made up your mind if you want to stay with the government or retire. You're not quite sure what's going on. But in the meantime, just so you have income coming into your home and you don't have to do, like I've been hearing, different what is those? The credit agencies, credit unions, like what is that? USAA, the Tower Credit Union, things like that. They're giving out loans. So in my opinion, that's helpful, but it's still stressful because you're like, you can give me a loan, but we don't know when this is going to end. And now you're going to want me to pay this back. And I believe they're only giving you like 30 days or something like that. Hey, just go do the medical courier driving and save yourself the hassle and the headache. I hope you guys enjoy this segment, the mini course that we did on stress. And as usual, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye.